Only don't shoot all your ammo on the first round. Yeah, that's right. And get those Washington papers to use some art. I'll call you back.
Have the flowers sent to the church.
Carlton Hammond was a man of kindness. It was not his great power that we remember, but his great understanding of people and his willingness to reach out to them and to help them. Our friend is gone, and we are saddened. But we need not be, for we have his memory, and that we shall carry through long and lasting time. Let us pray.
Mr. Evans, please. Have you seen the items in the gossip columns?
Yes, ma'am, I have, and I've tried to stop them.
They'll stop of their own accord, I'm sure. There was no name mentioned. A curious thing, though. Some flowers with a card signed Roz.
Yes?
Were delivered at the house the day of Carlton's death. There was a young woman at the funeral. My lawyer says he's employed by your firm.
Yes, of course I will, Mrs. Hammond, right away. Roz, how well did you know Carlton Hammond?
About as well as I know any of the other clients. Why?
Did you send flowers?
Flowers?
Did you go to the funeral?
If I did, what business is it of yours?
None. There's a bill for the flowers.
So I sent flowers to Carlton Hammond. Was that wrong?
Mrs. Hammond knows all about you, Rosalind. She wants to see you at her home this afternoon. Maybe you can explain things to her.
Is this on the level, Wade?
Or if you're afraid, maybe you can explain things to the boss. But I've an idea that he'd rather lose you than the Hammond account.
So that's the way it is.
I'm afraid that's the way it seems to be. I know Mrs. Hammond. She's rough. She's always been rough. She's the power in the Hammond household, the iron fist in the velvet glove. She can tear you to pieces, Rosalind.
I'm Miss D.
Come in, please. Miss D is here, madame.
Have her come in.
Please.
Sit down, Miss D. My dear, I want you to know that I've been aware for a long time that there was another woman in my husband's life.
Mrs. Hammond,
Please, my dear, let me finish. As you probably know, I've been an invalid for a long time.
But really, I don't...
My husband told you that much about me, I'm sure. He died very suddenly. Heart. Strange. He should be the first to go. I always thought I would. I've often wondered what kind of person my husband would find attractive. You seem like a very nice kind of person, and I'm glad. My husband had no opportunity to make provision for you in his will.
Mrs. Hammond, there was no need for him.
I knew you'd say that.
Our relationship was nothing but...
Not the kind you could put a price tag on. I expected you to say that. His books showed no payments to you at all. Had I died, he would have married you, I'm sure. But I didn't die. Please, take this.
There's no need for that.
Allow me to be the judge. Mr. Hammond left his entire fortune to me. I'm glad he spent some hours of happiness with you. Now you try and find some. Money sometimes helps. Take this. And spend it as you choose. Goodbye, my dear.
Miss D, Mr. Johns wants to see you. Tell him I'm receiving Thursdays between 4 and 6.
How was it? Pretty rough?
Awful.
What happened? What's that for?
Me?
I know, but what's it for? To pay you off?
She thought so.
Roz, you're going to get that money back.
$100,000? I should say not.
You mean you earned it?
Is that what you think? You really don't know, do you?
Rosalind, you've got to take that money back.
I'll do nothing of the sort. I've always wanted to make something of myself, and now I'm going to. And I'm going to use this to do it.
You were nothing to Carlton Hammond. Were you?
Wade. Tell the boss man I quit. And if he asks why, tell him I've gone shopping. I'm going out on the town tonight, and I'm going to celebrate.
Roz.
And you can add that you're going with me.
If you keep this money, you're nothing more than
Don't say it. And don't put yourself out. If it's going to hurt you to see me, don't see me. I'm on my way with you or without you.
Happy?
Very happy. Let's go to the table, do you mind?
No, not at all.
I've several other Richmond families. Do you think Mr. Mace at Patterson's right?
Do I think that Patterson is right? Of course he is right. Excuse me, sir. Mr. Wade Evans.
Cyril, how are you?
Fine. I can see you're doing beautifully.
Oh, Roz, this is Cyril Mace, Miss D.
How do you do, Mr. Mace?
Will you please call me Cyril? It's unbelievable, but it's my name.
Will you join us?
Thank you.
A drink?
No. I called you at your office this afternoon, but you had already left.
Oh, I'm sorry. Rosalind and I both left the office early today.
Wade, I need someone to beat the drum for me. I have to raise some money.
What's the deal?
It's a private club in Nassau in the Bahamas called the Fort Montague Club. I've leased it, and now I have to raise the money to get it started. It's a cinch. There's a great deal of money to be made, even millions. It's a beautiful spot, right in the midst of royal palms and tropical flowers. And all this surrounded by a fickle sea. One minute is blue as a sapphire, and the next is green as a cat's eye.
Sounds very exciting.
Exciting. So exciting I'm getting broke trying to get it started. But I've fallen in love with it.
It must be very beautiful.
Now, why don't you come down and look at it? Maybe if you're free, you take me on as your client.
Well, you're going to have members.
Rich ones. The creme of society from the Caribbean, the Eastern Seaboard. Rich old wealth from Richmond, Virginia, the South. And millionaires from Nassau, etc. Now, why don't you come down? It's only a few hours. And look at it, both of you.
Mr. Mace, would you mind if Wade and I had this dance? There's a special reason for it. We'll be right back. Don't leave. Is your friend Cyril honest?
Well, he's a gambler. Gamblers are supposed to be honest. I just know he makes a pile of money.
Wade, let's go down and see his place. I may want to buy into it.
This is good old Bay Street, Fifth Avenue of Nassau. You can buy anything from a camera to a cardigan. Hardy Scotch tweed, England's finest doe skin, and the best French perfumes. Just come and get it. This is the center of all commerce in the Bahamas. The natives from the out islands come here on their old-fashioned sailing sloops to bring their produce. Tropical fruit, fish of all kinds. You see, the seas are their highways, and their ships are their castles. And their lives are happier than many. Here, the statue of Columbus stands guard of a government house, the official residence of all Bahamian governors. Duke and Duchess of Windsor lived here after he abdicated the throne and became the governor of the Bahamas. I'll show you the rest of the plant later. Dining rooms, gambling rooms, cocktail lounge, etc. Where, if we are lucky, we stand to make $1 million. I have a nucleus of 50 names. The Whites from Miami, the Talkers, the Jerrises, the Lombards from Palm Beach, people like the Masons and the Wilburs from New Orleans, and of course the Duryeas from Richmond, Keltons, Dernheims from Winston-Salem, etc. Quite a list. I'll show it to you later. Well, what do you think? Do you like it?
I think it couldn't be better.
How about you, Rosalind?
I think it's perfect.
See this house over there? Belongs to Rand, Kelly Rand, American. Quite a character. He lives here on Paradise Beach. He charters his boat out for fishing trips. He's a reformed drunk, teetotaler now. He disapproves of gambling and drinking.
Sounds kind of grand.
As a matter of fact, he is. Let's go and see him.
Say, what did you have for lunch?
Oh, I don't know, Nick. Just the usual, I guess.
I fix.
Mr. Kelly Rand. How are you, old boy?
Well, how are you, Mr. Mace?
I would like to meet Miss Rosalind D.
How do you do?
Hello?
Mr. Wade Evans.
How do you do? How are you?
Kelly, I came to ask you a favor. I need some good servants. The kind that will make my guests comfortable.
Yeah, I know. See, I planned to lease that place for a fishing club. Mace here beat me to it, so I'm a little sore at him.
Don't worry, you're going to get lots of business out of it.
Well, I got enough now to take care of my books for the whole season.
What do they fish for?
Sport fishing. There's the roster. You're going to sell liquor there and have gambling. I'm against that.
Well, the help won't indulge or drink.
No, I suppose not.
need about 10, 12 for the gaming room. And then women and men, about 20, 25 good ones, cooks for the kitchen. Capable ones, about 8 or 10 for the bar. Very good gardeners for the ground.
Make out a list of the people you need. I'll do my best.
Seems like a wonderful setup, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Do all these men come here every year?
Well, those are the regulars, ma'am.
Kelly's going to be a good sport. Find me some very good servants. He knows all the natives on all the islands.
Maybe Mr. Rand'll take me fishing someday.
Maybe.
Well, thanks a lot, old man. See you again.
Yeah, goodbye, Mr. Mace.
Bye.
Bye.
Mr. Mace? I came here just to look, but I'm trapped. It's a great proposition, and I want it.
In what way?
I want to invest $75,000 for myself and $20,000 for Wade.
This is a great surprise to me.
Wade could handle public relations, and I could be sort of a hostess here. I could sing a little. You know, I can sing.
She can, you know, Cyril.
Rosalind, you have the looks to become the toast of every tired millionaire on both sides of the Atlantic. If you're serious about your work,
Well,
it's a deal.
it's a deal.
Let's drink to us.
Coast Guard ship is heading south. Take her in. If they get too close, go to sea. There are too many men in this crowd with records. That's why we're going to sail from Havana.
Right.
The casino operation is open for partnership. If you want to bankroll it, it's open to you.
How are you going to run it?
In the usual way, I keep 50% of the profits, you get the other 50. I take care of my people from my own share, you take care of your own.
The partners.
Oh, yes. You've got a couple of partners in this deal. A man and a woman. We don't know them.
Better you don't. I take care of their share.
I see. They're not to know we're in on this, huh?
Nobody's to know. After all, you're Cubans and Americans, and I happen to be a naturalized English citizen. I can operate here. This is a private club. Whereas if any of you gentlemen, esteemed gentlemen, were even seen here, well, wouldn't be wise. After all, you in the unfortunate spot of not being able to land on British or American soil.
About the girl.
Oh, yes. This is a delicate subject, Cyril. But we don't want any trouble with the girl in this deal. Last time, there was a little trouble.
The girl killed herself. That was proven. And I was acquitted as it should have been. Gentlemen, it's a deal of great deal of profits. If you want them, say so. If you don't, say so. You supply the bankroll and I supply the game.
How about it?
Well, gentlemen, are you in or are you out?
We're in.
Very well, then. Let's celebrate with a drink.
Have the boys bring up the cash.
Right.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Oh, please don't
morning.
get up. Thank you for the flowers, Cyril.
Oh, merely to welcome you home from New York.
You're very sweet, but I can't take this. It's too valuable.
It's only a token to celebrate the day you became head of the house.
No, Cyril.
By the end of the season, this will seem a trifle. We'll do very well here.
Absolutely not. I'm going to try something. Sort of an experiment. I'm going to try to make a certain man take me sports fishing before he gets busy with his regulars.
Kelly Rand?
Yes?
I'm afraid you won't manage that easily.
Oh, no?
The strong, silent Thai brother fascinates you, doesn't it?
Well, Mr. Rand is a neighbor, and they say one should love one's neighbor. So, goodbye, gentlemen. Say, what's this for?
That's for fishing.
Really?
Sometimes the fish get pretty big in these waters. We have to strap the customers in.
I don't see how it works. You don't mean to say the fish are so big that they'd pull people overboard?
You sure don't see how it works. Here.
There, I got it.
Now, look. Put this hand here, and this hand here. Take her out, Willie. That's it. Keep moving the line. Make it look alive.
I've been doing that for over an hour.
Well, keep it up.
What are you doing now?
Strapping in. Might get a little rough. That's it. He's hooked. Let her go.
No, let me do it.
Oh, he's a big one. He must be 150 pounds. He's a beauty. Reel in. Reel in. Come on, keep reeling. All right, let him run. He's sounding. He's had it. Reel him in. Head her in, Willie.
Okay.
Is that my prize? Thank you.
Fine fish, Miss D.
I know you're tired, my dear, but I want you to meet these gentlemen. Adam Wilson, Clint Johnson, and Foster Williams. They're all members of our club that just came over and see how we're getting along.
Kelly said you hooked and fought this marlin.
It was like having a tiger by the tail. I couldn't turn it loose.
Put up a great fight.
Hello there.
Mace, Kelly.
Hi, Doug.
Take a look at a real catch.
I hear this was your first try.
Oh, yes, beginner's luck, you know.
That's a beauty.
Meet the angler who landed him. Miss D, Mr. Douglas Duryea.
Hello.
How do you do, Miss D? I've been lucky enough to catch a few of these with friend Kelly here, but this time of the year, I should think they'd be pretty lively. Probably had a long, dull, lazy summer. Say, haven't I met you in Nassau last year? Or was it Miami?
I think if we'd met before, you'd remember. Will you excuse me?
Miss D. Very very neat.
It was told us about meeting her in Miami.
Wondering what's wrong, I suppose.
Not unless you want to tell me.
Doug Duryea didn't remember me. Didn't even know who I was.
Should he have?
Maybe he shouldn't. 14 years ago was the last time I saw him.
14 years is a long time.
Yes, it's a long time. Then why do I still ache with it? Why can't I forget it? I've always been in love with him, Wade. Always. You know how it is when a girl's 15, living on the wrong side of the tracks, hungry for nice things. Boy from a fine family comes along. Good-looking boy. The girl's disgraced and the boy gets sent away. Do you want it all, chapter and verse?
No.
Might as well tell you the truth. I came in on this deal because I knew someday Doug would show up here. And I suppose I wanted him to fall in love with me. All over again.
He didn't even remember you.
No. But he will. And he'll come courting, too. He'll remember me.
Suppose he doesn't.
He will.
Baham-mama.
She's sweet.
Baham-mama.
So sweet.
Baham-mama.
So sweet.
Everybody love Baham-mama. Where she come from, where she go, what her story is, no one know. But the men folk, they love her so. She darling of all, but nobody can call her his own. Baham-mama.
She nice.
Baham-mama.
So nice.
Baham-mama. No dice.
Everybody love her.
Baham-mama. Love calls, she run away. Her heart tell her she not to stay. Maybe right man will come someday to make her say yes, but nobody can guess who 'twill be. Baham-mama.
She's sweet.
Baham-mama.
So sweet.
Baham-mama.
Some treat.
Everybody love Baham-mama. Sugar daddy love Baham-mama. Don't you love Baham-mama?
Spellbound.
I'd like to have you meet her. Please.
If you want me to, dear.
Your friend Doug is here with a very handsome woman.
Oh, that's his mother, Charmaine. One of the great beauties of Virginia.
Mr. Mace, I'd like to meet this charming person who's trying to steal my Duff.
Mother seems to think I'm about to lose my head over you. And she may be right.
Mrs. Duryea, may I present Miss Rosalind D.
How do you do?
Mr. Wade Evans, my partner.
How do you do?
How do you do? We enjoyed your singing very much. Thank you. Miss D, where do you live? I live here now, but I came here from New York.
I told Miss D I thought I'd met her someplace before when I first saw her. Mother thinks she's met her, too.
You mean you've met?
Met? Never. I understand you have gaming rooms, Mr. Mace. You won't mind, Miss D, if I try my luck at guessing a number instead of a name? Will you show it to me?
Certainly.
Once you understand whether you won't mind her.
I understand perfectly.
Is it all right if we dance?
Not at all.
Let's go outside.
Why?
Mr. Mace, who is that girl?
Rosalind? She's a very charming girl. She's my partner.
Oh?
She's just kidding Doug a bit. There's no harm in her, I assure you.
Men can be so easily fooled, you know.
This is my little private gambling Shangri-La.
You seem to be the person I've always been waiting for. It's different, and yet somehow it's right.
I'm sorry, old man. It's your mother. She's not well.
What happened?
She had an attack. I think it's her heart. You know, the excitement of winning at the 21 table.
Heart attack?
The doctor's with her now. She's in Miss D's room.
I'd better go, too.
Rosalind. Mother would like to see you. It was just a spasm. She was winning. I guess the excitement was too much for her.
I'm sorry if I've put you out of your room, Miss D.
Don't be, Mrs. Duryea.
I seem to have fainted.
I'm sure you'll be all right.
Miss D, are you seriously in love with Douglas? He was married once, and now he's divorced, and he's home again with me. And that's where I want him to be. I need him. I'm lonely.
I don't think this is the time to talk about that, Mrs. Duryea.
Well, I'm quite all right. I just wanted you to know how things are from the start. I'm not in favor of his marrying again. That's all I wanted to say. And thanks for your room.
Good night, Mrs. Duryea.
Well, hi there, Doug.
Oh, hello, Wade.
Let me buy you a drink. Not that I need one.
Oh, no, thanks. You're fine, but I've got to hurry
Well,
inside.
look. I got something to tell you. People get ideas, you understand?
Oh, you'll have to excuse me.
No, wait a minute. Rosalind D. is Linda Darcy. Get it? wasn't for this unfortunate situation with Mace, I wouldn't tell you.
She's Linda?
Yeah. That's all, sir. Proceed. I never told you.
Thanks. You never told me. This is a sedative for Mother, so she'll get a complete rest. Linda. Linda Darcy. That's who you are. It's been such a long time. We have so much to say to each other. So much to explain.
You did remember. Oh.
You must have tied one on last night.
I didn't miss.
Rosalind's quite chummy with Doug, isn't she?
Why? Because they've gone over to hear Kelly preach?
She'd probably let Kelly's sermon soften him up and then slide her hooks into him. From the gambling tables.
From the look of this, the players have been luckier than I thought.
You can't expect to make it all in one night. Rosalind must be made to understand that it's bad policy to bestow her favors on only one member.
Yeah, it does make some people sort of jealous, doesn't it?
And when they saw him, they were astonished. And his mother said to him, "Son, why have you treated us so? Behold, your father and I have been looking for you anxiously." And he said to them, "How is it that you sought me? Did you not know that I must be in my father's house?" And they did not understand the saying which he spoke to them. And so he went down with them and came to Nazareth, and was obedient to them. And his mother kept all these things in her heart. And Jesus grew in wisdom and in stature and in favor with God and man. Amen. All right, boys, stand up. Sing Jesus Loves Me.
Jesus loves me, this I know, for the Bible tells me so. Little ones to him belong, they are weak, but he is strong. Yes, Jesus loves me, yes, Jesus loves me, yes, Jesus loves me, the Bible tells me so.
All right, boys, sit down. Let us pray. O Lord, bless us, every one. Bless the new child and its parents. May they be strong and beautiful. Bless the days and the nights, and make them days and nights of peace. Bless us, O Lord, for we are of thee. Amen.
Amen.
Wow, glad to see you. Get lost or something?
I wanted to hear you preach, Kelly.
Well, I seldom preach. Mostly, I just read the book.
It was beautiful. And he went down with them and came to Nazareth.
Well, you're getting lonesome for the city? It sounds like it.
No, not at all. The whole sermon, it was fine.
You look so happy, Linda. What are you thinking?
Oh, nothing. And everything.
I'm gonna have to go back tonight. But I want you to come to my house for Christmas.
I don't think I can do that, Doug. I don't think your mother would want me.
Oh, of course she does. In fact, I'll see that she invites you herself.
Who is it?
Cyril Mace, my dear. Oh, excuse me, I didn't mean to disturb you. I came over to bring you a statement.
Fine. I'll be dressed in just a minute.
You look lovely just as you are. In this robe, I mean.
I don't think it's exactly suitable for travel, do you?
It might be with this. Open it.
Oh, it's beautiful. Cyril, it's much, much too expensive for me to take from you.
But it's Christmas, Angel, and you're my partner.
But this is a little more than...
We're getting rich, and it's all due to you. Now, why don't you give Santa Claus a little Christmas kiss?
Cyril. Stop it, Cyril.
Rosalind. I wanted to kiss you like this from the first moment I saw you. Forgive me. We look over your statement.
We can talk about that when I get back from the Duryeas, if you don't mind.
You won't like Doug's party.
I think I will.
Dull people there doing dull things. Society people are dull in their own surroundings.
Glad you're going to Doug's home, Rosalind.
Oh, you are you?
Think it might do you good to get away from this place. You'll have a chance to see people acting normally. Find out what home life's like. It's not like this.
Think that'll do me good?
Yep. I've been to Doug's place, you know. I think it might do you a lot of good. Might even get you back on the track.
And I'm off it, I suppose.
Mm-hmm. Don't like what you're doing.
Maybe you're missing the home touch yourself.
No, I have a home here. All these local people, they're like a family to me. But I'm not talking about me, I'm talking about you. This guy Mace, he's no good, Rosalind. He's no good at all.
Hello. You look shiny and beautiful today.
I feel terrible. Darling, fix me a highball, like a good boy.
Think you should?
Don't argue, my pet. I need a boost.
How many have you had?
Now, Duff, please. They tell me you have a guest here today.
Yes, Rosalind. Only now we'll just call her Linda.
Linda? You don't mean she's...
Yes. She's Linda Darcy.
Why didn't you tell me this before?
Thought I'd wait until you were feeling better.
Douglas, what does all this mean? Having her here, making me invite her?
Can't you guess, man?
You still think you're in love with her?
I know I am.
Oh, we had a wonderful time. We went out with the beer tonight.
Well, it has your name on it. Open it.
Well, they're engaged. Congratulations.
Oh, you're engaged.
Charmaine, darling.
Oh, Adeline, how nice of you to come in.
The most amazing thing has happened.
Oh, something dreadful?
Oh, no, something beautiful and so sweet. Your son's become engaged. And it was so darling, he never said a word. Just like a chatlow. And the girl, she's so happy.
Then I can go in. I was just waiting for them to do it.
You mean you knew about it?
Now, you don't think Doug would do a thing like that without telling his mother first, do you?
Well, I don't know. I did think I was bringing you something.
You weren't, darling.
Tell me, have you set a date for the wedding yet?
We'll be married right after the new year.
You'll be married in Nassau or in Richmond?
Well, we haven't decided that yet.
Doug, I've just heard the news. You should be very happy. Well, let's all drink to the day they marry.
Let me see. Something's gone wrong with me. Something going wrong with me. Something going wrong with me. Something bite me like a dog, please. Something's gone wrong with me. The more you scratch, the more it is. Something gone wrong with me. Won't you hold the light and let me see? Something's gone wrong with me.
You're giving all the Richmond group quite a thrill. They haven't seen your equal since Mother held court here. In fact, they... Excuse me, darling. Evelyn, good to see you.
Oh.
Good to see you. I want you to meet someone.
Ooh.
I want you to meet my fiancée. This is my godmother, Mrs. Hammond, Miss D.
How do you do?
Miss D. You two are engaged?
Just a few moments ago, Evelyn.
I hope we shall have a chance to talk before the day is over, Miss D.
Of course, Mrs. Hammond.
Why don't we go get a drink?
Yes, I can use one.
Oh, Rosalind, you remember Grace Apperson, don't you?
Oh, it's so exciting that someone new is going to enter our little Richmond circle.
Make us a couple of highballs, please.
She's from Richmond, too.
Yes, I remember her very well. I even remember when her automobile, a yellow roadster, fell into the creek.
Oh, that was years ago. But it's true.
You see, my dear, she's not new. She's just been away.
D is just a stage name. I'm Linda Darcy.
Are you going to be in Nassau during the entire winter season?
Oh, I hope so.
That's very kind. I know Doug will want to be here a lot.
Do you really own that gambling club?
I own part of a private club.
Perhaps Mrs. Hammond would like to know what you do there, Linda.
Would you?
Dying of curiosity, my dear.
Well, I'm just dying to show you, my dear.
You look at me, and I can see. You wonder just what I am. Do I appear to be sincere, or is it all fake and sham? Is it conceivable, is it believable that my emotions are real? Well, spare yourself the worry, friends. Here's exactly how I feel. I'm just a calls her mine. I'm not too shady or too refined. I only do what I want to do. That's how it is, so it's up to you. Take it or leave it. Take it or leave it. Baby, just take it or leave it alone. We are what we are and nothing can change it. Time you realized you can't rearrange it. I'm just a lady who loves to live, a little lady who'll take or give. There's nothing more I can say or do. Remember, baby, it's up to you. Take it or leave it. Take it or leave it. Baby, just take it or leave it alone. Take it, leave it. Baby, just take it or leave it alone.
Shouldn't I be allowed to stay and hear what you're going to say to her?
Why?
Well, it is my house and he is my son.
This is something between this girl and me. If it is necessary to tell you, I will tell you. That is the way it is to be.
After all, Doug is all...
Please. Come in. Sit down.
I think I'll stand, Mrs. Hammond.
As you please. Just what do you think you're trying to do? Why have you become engaged to my godson?
Because I love him. I always have.
Always? You did love my husband, in a fashion, didn't you? You're carrying things a little too far.
Do you think so? I remember a girl with a child, Mrs. Hammond. A child born dead. Doug's child. I was that girl, Linda Darcy. Oh, you remember. Ever since then, I've been thinking of Doug, dreaming of him. No matter what happened. And a lot did happen.
But that was all a long time ago. We did what we could for you.
You sent Doug away from me. You never told him. You shipped my family off. I suppose that's doing all you could, your way. Well, now I'm doing all I can, my way. And I have the means to do it.
Because of the money I gave you.
Yes, to pay me off again. But it won't work this time, Mrs. Hammond.
Do you want me to tell Doug and his mother the entire story?
If that's what you want to do, do it. You tell Doug everything. If he loves me, it won't matter. If he doesn't... I'm going back to the club.
Who is it?
Hey, Evelyn, you can't keep my girl here all day. There's dancing to be done.
I'll be right with you.
I know my godmother's a charmer, but let's go, gal. Come on.
You tell him everything. You'll only be sending him right back to me.
We'll see, young lady. We'll see. Sit down, Charmaine, dear. It seems I have something to tell you. That woman was Carlton's woman. She made my life a life of misery and pain. When he died, I gave her $100,000. Gave it her to be free of her. And now she does this to us. To you, to me, and to Doug. But she'll not do it, Charmaine. She'll not ruin your life as she did mine. There were lots of times when Carlton was with her. Weekends with a poor excuse. I was an invalid, but my heart was not. I needed Carlton. I wanted him. Night after night, I kept a lonely vigil. Why did he treat me so? Why was he charmed by this woman? Why did I hunger for the crumbs of his affection? He loved her. I think he realized I knew there was another woman. I don't know. All I know is he loved her. She'll not marry Doug. I'm going to make her pay at last. I'm going to tell your son the truth about her and my husband in all its shame and wickedness. He'll not want her then. So don't cry, Charmaine. You'll have no reason to.
Give me a special.
Hi, you're back in a hurry.
Yeah.
Seen Cyril?
No?
You seem a little depressed. Want to tell me about it?
Excuse me.
Looks like my chances are improving.
I thought I'd take these over to Kelly's.
Good idea. You didn't like Doug's party, did you? It wasn't at all what you thought it would be. Am I right?
The party was wonderful, Cyril. The people were gracious. The homes were really beautiful. I loved it.
Merry Christmas.
Well, Merry Christmas to you, too.
Here's a present for you.
Well, thank you.
And one for Willie and Nick.
And here's one for you, too.
Oh, thank you. Looks like maybe you want me to go fishing with you again. Thanks. What's that for?
I don't know.
Not bad for a preacher.
I'm not all preacher.
I'm going to marry Doug Duryea.
I guess I should be sorry about that kiss then, but I'm not.
It's Christmas.
Doug's been a good friend of mine. I've been to his house, met his friends. He's all right.
Then you approve?
Well, if it gets you away from that club, I guess I do.
There's another Christmas present waiting for you in your bungalow. Its name is Mrs. Duryea.
Mrs. Duryea?
Yeah. Want me to come along for moral support?
No, thanks.
Miss Duryea is here.
Mrs. Duryea, I'm sorry I kept you waiting.
That's all right. I have to know the truth.
I'm quite certain you know the truth.
What were you to Carlton Hammond? Tell me what?
What did Mrs. Hammond say I was?
Many happy hours. What did that mean? You wrote it? You sent flowers, you accepted money? Why? What right did you have? I have to know. I have to know about Carlton. All night, all morning, I've been saying it isn't true. It couldn't be true. She's lying. There was nothing between that girl and you, Carlton. Nothing. You loved me, and there was no one else. Isn't that true? Tell me.
I was nothing at all to Mr. Hammond.
I knew it.
Please, don't cry.
10 years I loved him. 10 desperate years. No way out. We couldn't hurt Evelyn. And then she told me about you. And now you mustn't tell her about us. Please.
No, I won't tell her.
She'll talk to Douglas this morning, and he mustn't know the truth. He mustn't know about Carlton and me. Promise. Linda, promise me.
I promise. You look ill. Lie down. I'll get the doctor.
No. Linda, I didn't know. I didn't know about your baby till she told me. I'm so sorry.
Hello, get me Mr. Mace or Mr. Evans immediately. Hello, Cyril. Send Dr. White over to my bungalow, quickly. It's Mrs. Duryea. She's very ill. Yes. The doctor will be here. Mrs. Duryea.
I know, darling, it's very sad. The doctor said it only happened in a few seconds. After all, we all have to die.
I want to call Doug.
What were you talking to his mother about?
Nothing that concerns you.
Was it about this?
No.
Hello?
Doug? Yes, dear. Darling, something's happened here. It's really bad. It's your mother.
My mother?
Yes. In just a few seconds. I'm sorry, darling. Really sorry.
I'll be right over.
Goodbye, dear.
Bye.
Who was it, Doug?
Evelyn, mother's dead. Sudden. Heart.
Oh, my poor Charmaine. Gone.
It was Linda that called.
Linda? Doug, there was something I must say about that girl.
Well, you can't say it now, Evelyn. I wouldn't hear you. There's too much to think about.
Doug, your mother would want me to tell you.
I'm sorry, Doug.
I know, darling.
It all came so suddenly.
I know. It's rough on you the way it happened. Can I have a drink? Was she so set against our marriage, Linda?
At first she was. I don't know.
What was she? Was she excited? Was she angry?
Yes. She came to me about a story she'd heard from Mrs. Hammond. It had to do with me. Mrs. Hammond told her that I was Carlton Hammond's mistress, and that she paid me $100,000 after his death. Part of it was true. She did pay me the money. That's how I bought in here. I knew Mr. Hammond. Very slightly. You'll just have to believe that, Doug.
But the money. You took it?
Yes, I took it. I figured the Hammond family owed me that and more, and the Duryea family, for what they'd done to me in the past. But I'll tell you all about that someday. Anyway, Mrs. Hammond knew there was somebody in her husband's life, and she thought I was that woman.
Well, why didn't you tell me about this?
I would have in time. I didn't want to yet.
Do you know who the other woman was, the real one? Who was she, Linda?
I don't think that's important.
Linda, I'm in love with you. I want to know. This is important, very important.
There's no point in telling you, Doug.
You're protecting somebody. Somebody who was wrong. You must tell me. If Evelyn thinks you're the one, we've got to tell her who the guilty party really is. Please, Linda.
Doug, if you love me, you'll have to let that love be the answer. I'm sorry, but that's the way it is.
Ferguson, there's no reason for you to leave.
But Mrs. Ferguson would rather leave. A hint of scandal, you know.
But it's obvious it was a natural death. The doctor certified to that.
I'm sure, but Mrs. Ferguson would rather leave. Excuse me, please.
There's a telephone call from Havana, sir. The Cuban operator is on.
Thank you.
Calling Alpha, calling Alpha.
Hello, hello. Alpha talking.
Gus, I have some news for you.
Go ahead.
These are headlines in the newspapers. Society leader dies after row over son. Mrs. Charmaine Duryea, noted beauty, victim of fatal heart attack during an argument, maid calls heated. Mrs. Charmaine Duryea, 49, of Richmond, Virginia, died here in Nassau yesterday while she was discussing the Christmas Day engagement of her son, Douglas Duryea, with Rosalind D., a hostess at the exclusive Fort Montague Club. I believe most members are leaving the club, Gus. That's all.
Leaving the club, eh?
Yes.
All right.
Well, Gus, looks like we better take a little boat trip.
More. Made quite a piece of it.
I'm sorry, Cyril. That's all I seem to be able to say. I'm sorry.
I'm not blaming you, darling. It's just rotten luck.
She's being buried today.
Angel, don't dwell on it. This is part of the past. We have to live for the future. We are partners, aren't we? Don't worry. Cyril has a few plans. And they include you. My love.
I just put away your things, miss.
Thank you, baby.
I think I will go home now, miss.
Why?
You should leave, too. There are very bad signs around here. Bad voodoo.
Where would I go?
Any place away from here, miss.
There's no place to go.
You do not believe in voodoo signs, miss?
No, I don't believe in voodoo signs. And I don't believe in anything else anymore.
Goodbye.
Kelly went to the funeral, didn't he?
Yes, ma'am, he did.
Well, he'll tell me all about it when he comes back.
Yes, ma'am. He will.
I brought my own brandy. Think he'll object?
I do not know, ma'am.
He better not. Did you hear the latest calypso?
No, ma'am.
Brand new. Listen. Fort Montague lady smiles no more. Evil spirit knocking at her door. Voodoo drums can't break the spell. Montague lady going straight to hell. Oh, you look mighty sharp this evening, Mr. Rand.
What are you doing here?
I felt lost, so I came here. Don't send me away. Please.
Rosalind. Rosalind. Wake up, I'll take you home.
No, thanks. Don't bother. I'll go home alone.
Hello?
Hello, Doug. This is Linda.
Yes, Linda. I just had a long talk with Mrs. Hammond.
Yes?
Well, to put it bluntly, she doesn't think that you're telling the truth.
And what do you think?
I don't know.
It really doesn't matter now, does it?
Listen, darling. The Duryea women have always been sort of special, like my mother. Now, if there was another woman, and you knew it, you'd tell me, wouldn't you? Nothing would stop you.
No. No, I suppose it wouldn't. Doug?
Yes?
Doesn't matter anymore.
Then it was you.
It just doesn't matter.
It was you, wasn't it?
Goodbye, Doug. Hello? Why?
There's some gentlemen here that would like to talk to you.
All right, I'll be right over.
Rosalind. Miss D, these are some of our stockholders. They want to talk to you.
I thought only Wade and myself were in on this.
No, we're in on it too. For a lot of money. A whole lot.
We don't blame you for what's happened. We just don't like to see our money go down the drain.
I have here a check for the amount of money that you put in. We'd like you to take it and get out. Be gone by tomorrow. That's the way we do business.
You're making a big mistake. This place has just had $1 million worth of publicity. Publicity you couldn't buy. You'll never get the blue bloods back, whether I go or stay. But, gentlemen, money is money. Open it up to the general public. They'll come swarming in. They'll want to see me. This misfortune has turned the place into a gold mine.
Well, that's something to talk about. You think things through, don't you?
And I want a new deal. 1/3 of the take on the gambling.
We'll talk about that, too.
No. A contract in writing.
Maybe.
Think it over.
The girl doesn't want to get paid the $2.
Bravo. You were magnificent, my darling.
I didn't know you were in with hoodlums, Cyril.
Hoodlums are citizens with capital. They're really quite all right.
I was only playing for time in there.
You wanted this place so badly that I decided you must have it. But now you're right. We've had it long enough. Now I have a better plan.
Plan?
Oh, don't put that innocent act on me. I've watched you operate. You and I are in the same business. You use suckers the same way as I do. Only you somehow feel you don't have to pay off. You make men fall for you. You take them for all they have. But you don't deliver, do you?
Darling, I've all the money in the world that we need.
Keep away from me.
That's right, Cyril. Keep away. Your friends are waiting for you.
How dare you interfere with this? How dare you spy on me?
Ross, I want to see you for a few minutes. I found out a couple of things about our friend Mace here. I think I ought to tell you.
using a double set of books. Been cheating everybody. Stay away from him and that gang.
I'll call Dr. White for you.
Roz.
I think we better go up to the office. He was shorting us.
I give it back. Every penny of it. The money's in the safe. I did it for her, Gus. I wanted her to come away with me. Good night, Solo. Forgive me. Women have always been my weakness. You know that.
Open the safe and give us the money.
That very gun signal was from the Fort Montague Club, I'm sure.
Yes, sir.
All right, burn searchlight.
Aye, aye, sir.
Give me the gun. Get the gun aboard. We'll meet there.
Right.
Tom, Jim. Take him away. Here, put him with the other guy and leave that gun by Wade.
Okay, Doc.
Why are you taking me?
Have to, Miss D. Come on, bring her along, boys.
Hey, what's going on here?
What's it to you?
Take it to the boat.
Come on, let's take him to the boat. Gus, what are we going to do with that girl and the guy we got below?
We'll lose them when we get to Cuba.
Kelly, you all right?
Oh, boy. I guess so, yeah.
We're on their boat.
Well, what happened?
Wade's dead. So is Mace.
Hey, where are we going?
You'll know when we get there. Now get back and stay there.
There's a boat with no lights coming off the island, number one. Bearing green 20.
Yes, sir.
Number one gun crew, close up. Bearing green 20. A boat under sail. Range 600. One round across her bow. Fire!
Tell the skipper to give her all she's got.
All right, give it all you got.
All right. We'll get her close to the wind. That'll give us more speed.
going to run for it.
We better start jiving around the points.
That's right. Tell the skipper to jibe around the points.
Jibe around that point.
That'll give us shelter.
Fire another round across her bow. Fire! Open fire to sink her. Fire!
Stay here and do what you do.
Be happy?
Very happy.
No doubts bothering you?
Absolutely none.